In the rugged landscape of rural America, the farm is more than just a piece of property. It is a legacy, a livelihood, and a sanctuary. But when the sun dips below the horizon and the shadows stretch across the golden fields, that sanctuary comes under a brutal and relentless assault. This is invasion, a seasonal surge of massive wild boars, prehistoric-looking titans of muscle and tusk that view the farm's hard-earned crops as their personal buffet. These aren't just stray animals. They are an ecological wrecking ball, capable of destroying months of agricultural labor in a single night of rooting and trampling. While most would retreat to the safety of their homes, someone has to stand guard. Enter the brave girl, a sentinel of the fields who has traded the comforts of the indoors for the cold, high-stakes reality of wildlife defense. Armed with a deep-seated respect for the land and the tactical tools required to protect it, she prepares to face an adversary that is as intelligent as it is dangerous. The stakes couldn't be higher. It's the survival of the farm versus the primal hunger of the beast. The atmosphere tonight is heavy, charged with the kind of electricity that only comes when you're being hunted as much as you are hunting. The wind whispers through the corn stalks, a deceptive sound that masks the heavy, rhythmic breathing of a massive sounder approaching from the timber. These boars have grown bold. They have tested the fences, bypassed the traditional deterrents, and now they are moving in for the kill. This is a massive invasion, a coordinated strike by a group of hogs led by a patriarch that has evaded capture for seasons. He is a ghost of the deep brush, a battle-scarred veteran of countless encounters, and tonight he expects no resistance. But he hasn't accounted for the grit of a protector who knows every inch of this terrain. From a concealed position on the edge of the impact zone, she watches through the lens of the thermoscope, her breath coming in slow, disciplined cycles. The green and white world of the optic reveals the truth. The invasion has begun. Suddenly, the silence of the farm is shattered. A fence line groans under the weight of a 300-pound boar, followed by a dozen more. They move with a terrifying, singular purpose, a wave of dark fur and glinting tusks breaking into the open. The brave girl doesn't flinch. This is the moment where years of training and a lifetime of farm life converge into a single decision. The safety is clicked off, a sharp, mechanical sound that marks the end of the piece and the beginning of the battle. The first boar, the lead scout of the invasion, pauses, its snout high in the air, catching a scent that shouldn't be there. Time begins to dilate, the world narrowing down to the center of the crosshairs. It's a classic standoff on the American frontier. One girl, one rifle, and a massive invasion that stops here. The first shot is about to echo across the valley, signaling to the beast that the farm is no longer an easy target. The defense has officially begun. To stand your ground against a massive wild boar invasion requires more than just a rifle. It requires a deep technical understanding of boar ballistics and tactical positioning. These animals are built with a unique biological defense mechanism known as the shoulder shield, a thick, gristly layer of tissue that can reach up to 2 inches in thickness. This shield acts as natural body armor, designed to protect the boar during violent tusking matches with rivals. For a farm protector, this means that shot placement is not just a priority. It is a necessity for an ethical and effective harvest. You cannot simply aim for the center of mass. You have to thread the needle, aiming for the vitals pocket, tucked low behind the front shoulder, or the brainstem to ensure the animal drops instantly. In the heat of an invasion, when a dozen large hogs are moving simultaneously, the cognitive load is immense. The brave girl must manage her breathing, account for the wind drift, and identify the lead sow or the dominant boar to break the herd's morale. It is a calculated high-pressure environment where a single mistake can lead to a dangerous, wounded animal retreating into the thicket, or worse, charging back at the source of the shot. The strategy tonight is one of surgical extraction. By positioning herself on the elevated perimeter of the primary crop field, she utilizes the high ground advantage, which allows for better visibility over the undulating terrain and ensures that every shot has a safe backstop in the earth. The gear is specialized for this mission. A high-capacity platform chambered in a heavy-hitting caliber, paired with thermal optics that cut through the darkness like a hot knife through butter. But the most important tool in her arsenal is her patience. She allows the lead invaders to settle into bait or the crops, waiting for them to lose their edge of high alertness. As the boars begin to feed, their rhythmic grunting and the sound of crushing corn create a sensory mask. This is when the protector makes her move. She doesn't just fire. She interacts with the sounder, timing her movements with the wind and the noise of the hogs themselves. It is a slow, methodical process of clearing the field, one precise trigger pull at a time, ensuring that the farm's defenses are as impenetrable as the spirit of the girl who stands behind the lens. As the first few targets are neutralized, the invasion shifts from a feeding frenzy to a chaotic retreat. This is where the true bravery is tested. A massive boar, likely the alpha group, decides to challenge the light, instead of running with the others. He turns, his eyes glinting in the IR light, his snout low to the ground as he huffs a warning that echoes through the valley. This is a standoff in its purest form. The boar's massive weight, estimated at nearly 350 pounds, is a wall of raw power and aggression. He begins a mock charge, testing the resolve of the sentinel on the hill. In this moment, the brave girl proves her title. She doesn't retreat. She doesn't panic. She remains locked into the optic, her focus tightening as the beast closes the distance. This is the reality of farm protection. It is a gritty, unglamorous job that demands nerves of steel and a refusal to back down when the wild pushes back. The battle for the farm isn't just about the crops. It's about who owns the night. As the echoes of the final shot fade into the vast, silent darkness of the valley, the immediate threat to the farm is extinguished. The massive alpha, the titan that led the invasion, now lies still in the frozen furrows of the field. In the aftermath of such an intense confrontation, the adrenaline begins to ebb, replaced by a profound sense of duty fulfilled. Walking through the quiet corn stalks under the starlight, the brave girl inspects the perimeter. This isn't a moment of hollow triumph. It is a moment of quiet reflection on the cost of coexistence. Every animal taken is a testament to the harsh reality of rural life. To preserve the farm, one must sometimes confront the wild with uncompromising resolve. The crops are safe for another night. The fences remain unbreached, and the legacy of the land is secure for the next generation. This act of protection is an ancient tradition, a necessary cycle that ensures the farm remains a sanctuary for the livestock and a livelihood for family. The story of this hunt is about more than just a girl and a rifle. It is about the grit required to be a steward of the earth. In a world that is increasingly disconnected from the origins of its food, the farm protector stands as a bridge between civilization and the raw, untamed power of nature. By facing a massive invasion head-on, she has proven that bravery isn't the absence of fear, but the decision that something else, the family farm, the harvest, the community, is more important than that fear. The brave girl has earned her title not through violence, but through the discipline of the shot and the weight of her responsibility. As she hauls the gear back to the farmhouse and the first hint of dawn begins to gray the eastern sky, there is a deep, soul-level satisfaction in knowing that the line was held. The invasion was stopped, and the peace of the farm was bought with the currency of courage. If you've stood with us tonight on the edge of these fields and felt the tension of the standoff, you know that this is a journey worth sharing. Protecting our farms is a mission that never truly ends, and your support is what keeps this story going. If you were inspired by the bravery shown in the face of the invasion, show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. We are dedicated to bringing you the most authentic, high-stakes wildlife documentaries from the front lines of the American farm. We want to hear from you. How would you handle the pressure of a massive boar charging through the dark? Leave your thoughts and theories in the comments below. Every interaction helps us grow and continue our mission to document the incredible bond between the land and its protectors. Until the next sun sets and the next sounder emerges from the pines, stay brave, stay watchful, and always protect what is yours. We'll see you on the next mission.